The man took a drag from his cigarette, then pulled out a sniper rifle. He aimed at the broker who had destroyed his family. With one shot, the broker dropped to the ground. Then the man turned the rifle toward the crowd of financial elites who had gathered to watch. He believed all of them were heartless scammers. He wanted revenge for the innocent people who had been deceived and ruined. After a wild round of shooting, he pulled out 2 grenades, tucked the rifle into his coat, poured gasoline over the area, and set it all on fire to destroy the evidence. Then he calmly walked across the street, put on a white mask, and entered the building across from the chaos. Everyone's attention was still outside. No one noticed the man. He entered the elevator and pressed the button for the floor. Inside the trading firm, employees were busy at work. The man walked in with his gun raised. He pointed it at one of the managers. Just as he was about to shoot, he saw a photo on the desk. He hesitated. The image reminded him of his wife. He lowered the gun and let the man go. But the others weren't so lucky. He stormed into the next office and opened fire. Every shot took down another person. He released his fury on the liars around him. There were too many cheats in this place. He could never kill them all. He dropped his pistol, pulled the pin from a grenade, and tossed it into the crowd. As it exploded, he grabbed his gun again and kept shooting the survivors. By the end, not a single person had escaped the office. Meanwhile, armed police had arrived and were storming the building. The man entered the investment firm's CEO's office. He forced out the assistants and stood face to face with the man who had taken everything from him. But he didn't shoot right away. Instead, he took off his mask and sat down in the CEO's chair. With the gun pointed at him, the CEO stayed calm. When he heard the man's reasons, he didn't show an ounce of guilt. Instead, he mocked him. He said people like himself and his children would always be at the top, and people like the man would always be the ones getting tricked. The man glanced at the security cameras, then suggested they play a game. He placed the pistol on the table and began a countdown from 3. Whoever grabbed it first would live. But the CEO didn't wait for the countdown. He grabbed the gun and pulled the trigger only to find it empty. Just then, the armed police burst into the room. Before the CEO could react, he was shot dead. The man quickly laid down on the floor and pretended to be a hostage. He was rescued and carried out of the building. As he reached the street, a hand landed on his shoulder. It was his police friend. One look told the officer everything, but instead of turning him in, the friend let him go. Another friend outside saw the man too, but said nothing. The 2 friends simply watched as the man quietly walked away from the scene of the crime.